and you go out there and leave a wake of destruction on the way to Florida. I have enough trouble sleeping as it is.
Grab the female by the legs and drag her out of the car. Put her in something with just like a full Nelson.
Before they put your ass in jail and force you to do it. Is that what it's going to take?
Sir.
Everybody tells me that. Until
what you just watched, that's the breaking point for a judge who's seen it all, but you haven't seen what led here or what the wake of destruction really means. Meet Mr. Lemonius. To his lawyer, he's a disabled Army veteran with a job, but the state paints a darker picture. A man who allegedly dragged a woman from a car by her legs. There's a major problem here. The defense claims his record has been clean for 5 years, but the judge just found a conviction from 2021. If he's a known flight risk with a history of bond jumping, why would any court let him out? Is he a veteran in need of help or a fugitive about to vanish? At stake is a $5,000 decision that could leave a victim in danger for 90 days. If you want to understand courtroom psychology, hit subscribe. Let's see how this unfolded.
Mr. Lemonius?
Lemonius, sir.
Lemonius. Good morning, sir.
Sir.
Your lawyer is asking for me to set you a bond. I don't know. I've never met you before. All I know is that you have a charge out of Florida and that you have some criminal history out of here. And that's quite concerning because the last thing I want to do is to give you a bond and you go out there and leave a wake of destruction on the way to Florida. I have enough trouble sleeping as it is. That's not what I want. So it's really hard sometimes to figure out who should we give a bond to, who should we not give a bond to.
Understandable, sir.
So State, tell me about him.
Yes, Judge. He's wanted out of Escambia County, Florida for felony burglary with assault or battery. State's asking for no bond in this case. This was issued, while it was issued March of this year. We're concerned about the facts around this case. It seems that the complaining witness on this case knew the defendant in some kind of relationship, family unit. In this case, complaining witness was inside a car. Defendant went to the driver's side of the car, opened the door, grabbed the female by the legs and dragged her out of the car. Put her in something with just like a full Nelson. So we're concerned about the danger to this complaining witness in this case. Furthermore, we're concerned about the criminal history related to this defendant. He does have a bond forfeiture out of our court. He's also been a previous out-of-county fugitive from Galveston. He has some other criminal history.
Does he have anything else open anywhere else?
He had a criminal mischief that he was convicted of in 2021 out of Galveston, a resisting arrest from 2019 out of Brazoria. He had a probation revocation in 2019 for Brazoria, DWI 2nd, 2019 for Jefferson County. He had an evading motor vehicle from Harris County, deferred revoked in 2016 because he had picked up 2 new cases, one of which was a DWI from 2016. That's all I have, Your Honor.
Judge, the complaining witness in the open case, she's here today in court. I know we don't want to get bogged down in the facts, but she is here today. And yes, he does have some history, but most of it's over 5 years old. Nothing too recent.
Oh, the criminal mischief is 2 years old out of Galveston,
Okay.
right? You said it's 21 or?
2021.
2021, so that's 4 years. Sorry, I rounded up. So he's not had any contact with law enforcement for 4 years. He's working as a tanker. He works, changing out the seals in the tanks. If he is allowed to pay the fugitive bond, go to Florida and resolve this, then that helps him keep his job.
I don't know. I mean, I truly don't, because while he's got some criminal history, it's not a couple years ago, but it's a new case, and is it 1 felony? Is it 2 felonies?
It is 1 felony. It's burglary with assault or battery. This is the name of the charge. I do also want to mention on the warrant, it says no contact with the alleged victim. So.
Wow. They're telling you not to have contact with the victim, and here,
Let's, okay, speak, Your Honor.
Let me say something, Judge.
Don't talk about the case because they can use it against you, but
She's not under the court order. If she wants to come, it's only him that has to stay away from her. I did not realize that.
did you want to say something?
Do I need to say it to you? I don't know who I.
Just don't talk about the facts of the case in Florida. That's all we're going to say, because anything you say there, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say, they can use against you. You know, I live stream proceedings, so,
Yeah.
you know, people may see it.
If we want to step back in there and you can tell me whatever you need to tell me, I just don't want to.
Sure.
Yeah, that's okay, please.
Whenever you're ready.
Just once you it's like 7 flags, first flag, so they just go back here and something may. And then explain that she used the aggressor in that. They don't present that. It's just that, yeah, so I shall read this one. Yeah, like, okay, okay. So it's just that. It's all over the institutes that I'm like.
Was Carl just here? Yeah.
I understand it was just, you know.
So why is it doing that?
She's in jail. Yeah, she is. He's in jail, sir. Yes, so he will receive dismissal or bonds. We're not. Judge, on Perry's alive, once you sign a jail instruction, are you gonna release it?
No, so isn't it the next day that they get released? I think it's like the next day. So we got to do the bond. The bond will be for Monday, I think. And that's because we have to give them time and notice to come pick them up, you know?
Yes, sir.
It's not immediate. So
Well,
it's
the jail
always
instructions would be
for Monday.
the next business day, so I think they still release on
I don't know if they
Saturdays.
work. Do they work on Saturdays?
They work on Saturday.
You sure?
Yeah, some companies. If not, they'll just do Monday, but.
But then that's not on the order then. You know what I mean? I don't know. Let me see.
They
Let me
release
see.
on Saturday.
Was the jail?
Jail release instructions on Saturdays.
If they're picking up, yeah.
All correct, 24 hours a day, you can be releasing instructions. As long as the person picking up is aware of the date and time.
Okay. I'll put the constraining order down. Yeah, see if we can.
Hey, Judge, on page 24 of Washington, what did Harold, can you tell?
Okay, so I'm resetting it to next Friday to do another drug test. So she must appear next Friday
On Friday?
The jail.
for a drug test. Yes. No, we said Friday. Full week. No, definitely not.
Okay, what about Tuesday?
No,
Okay, okay, fine, thank you.
please.
Washington, come on up. Okay, just manage to see the blood works.
You can try following me, like, hey, you need something, yeah. You know, those. You know, please.
It's always so confusing. I don't know why. It's not your fault. It's always so damn
Because if I send a
confusing.
court directive saying to release all into the mental health, repair
Correct.
center, they're gonna say, we still need to put him on bond status or the case.
Right, but so we do, Felicia, how do we do the bond again for the jail release?
So what I can do is do a special release bond if we do a PR bond.
Right, that's what it is.
And I will generate it, get it all going the day before. And then I will email our PSD team.
See, that's why it has to be done the day before.
To have
So it's for
them
tomorrow.
file the bond early in the morning so that they get released around 2 p.m. to the Harris Center.
Happen for tomorrow, even if it's Saturday?
I believe so, but let me reach out first to the.
I didn't think so, but you tell me, I don't know.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we have, Rachel working in the jail stand that day. However, I'm
I'm
not
sure
sure
we
about
do.
the
I'm sure,
Harris
of course we
Center
do.
pickup.
It's 24 hours. So
Yes, I'm just not sure about the Harris Center. So
I
let
can
me,
call the Harrison real quick.
yeah, because I don't know whether to reach out to the guys.
Okay, I was signing everything in there, Trey.
Hey, Judge, over, you know?
Yeah.
Mr. Reyes, what are your writings?
Can you the bail order on Strada as well?
Yes, right. That's the other one. Okay.
I forget, some of that Strada can. Not just, just look at Strada. Yeah, keep up with the previous one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It is. That was the last one. The other thing. Yes, what it is.
Here's towards Reyes is the financial update. Judge.
Okay. You want to, who's the bail order?
Bail order on Jose Estrada. The one we took in on the DWR, we pick up the new one.
That would be, yeah, in the DWI. Okay. 5,000.
And he made a surety on the other DWI.
Right, that's why I'm not going to revoke it, because I actually know.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, just that's my first one. Well, that one is fine, don't need that one, I just have to sell that, that's a lie, yes, okay. Give me one second.
Were there two separate ones? Or was there like one that's different or do you? Was it different? No, I put another one through because that first one.
Go on, yeah.
So they both the same. Okay, I'll just choose, yeah.
Nothing scheduled.
Can we reapproach Judge?
You know, it's specific.
That's part. We also.
Every time you use it on the floor, I can have there.
Just,
So that I'm calling the.
Okay.
Judge, real quick,
Just fine. And then doesn't.
Okay.
Judge, without getting too bogged down in the details, of the fugitive or the underlying case, my client also is an Army veteran with an honorable discharge. He's 100% disability from the VA. If you give him a fugitive bond, he's going to go back to Florida because he's got too much to lose if he doesn't.
Is he on bond for this or is it to be?
I believe it's a 2B.
To be, the state of Florida is requesting no bond until first appearance.
Say it again?
The state of Florida is requesting no bond until first appearance.
Mr. Lemonius, I will give you an opportunity to go turn yourself in. But I'm going to tell you now, I'm not going to do this again.
Golden to sir.
Everybody tells me that. Everybody tells me if I had one strand of hair, every time someone told me, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. The actions speak louder than words. You telling me this means absolutely nothing because you have rich criminal history, man. And now you got a new case in another state and you're here. So you telling me it's not going to, I mean, really, at what point is it going to take for you to realize that, you know, if you have anger issues, you need to address it. If you have substance abuse issues, you need to address it. If you truly are a veteran, there are services available for you to be able to deal with these things. It's a matter of you wanting to do it, you taking the initiative and being proactive before they put your ass in jail and force you to do it. Is that what it's going to take?
Sir.
Everybody tells me that until they're wearing orange like you are now. Courts really notice when people take proactive, meaning they do stuff on their own to try to address any issues. It really goes a long way. Now, as far as a bond is concerned, I'm not giving you a low bond, but I will set you a bond. I'm going to set you a $5,000 bond, okay? If you do make it, we give you 2 weeks from your release to go turn yourself into Florida. If you fail to do it, you're old enough to understand that actions have consequences. And I'm telling you now, I will not do this again. You ever pick up a new case, if you fail to turn yourself in here, I will revoke the bond. I'm going to set it at 0. Like I said, you won't get another one. And this time I will hold you. And I tell you now, we've had cases where it takes damn near 90 days to get Florida to come down here to pick someone up. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Your Honor, I will note Dave is coming.
Hmm?
Dave's coming up in 3 minutes, besides.
Okay. All right. So so you can put it back for now. Let me see what Dave has to say. I don't know if he has anything that's going to change my mind, but we'll see. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on.
So the verdict came down. Judge set the bond at $5,000, giving Mr. Lemonius exactly 14 days to turn himself in. But here's the question. If you were the judge, would you have trusted a known flight risk with a violent history just because of his veteran status? Comment below, Team Judge or Team State. Was this a fair second chance or a dangerous mistake? If this case got you thinking, hit like. Share this with anyone who loves real courtroom drama.